This is not the first silk top topper I've tried, but it is the largest. This is Uniwigs' version of a kind of common design of silk top topper. I've reviewed a few in the past. They sent me this one to kind of compare and contrast it with others I've tried. So thank you to Uniwigs for sponsoring this video. Hi, I'm Lacie from No Filter Beauty, and I'm an alternative hair consultant. I help women going through hair loss find the right topper or wig for them online. This channel is to help inform you about different hair pieces through honest reviews, helpful tips, and educational content. If this sounds helpful to you, I hope you'll consider subscribing. This is a large silk top topper. It's a 9 by 9 inch. This 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 area is all hand tied to give you that really realistic part where the knots are completely hidden. The rest of the cap is this stretchy wefting, so because it's elastic, it molds comfortably to your head. This cap construction is actually pretty common online. However, they do vary a little bit from company to company. Compared to some of the others I've tried, I do think this one is slightly bulkier right here at the hairline. However, with the right blending technique, it seems to be just fine. Just keep in mind that if you usually struggle with larger silk tops, or if you have a more narrow face, this one might be even a little bit more difficult to blend. Just like other silk top toppers I've tried, this cap is a little heavier, so it tends to like slide back just a little bit. I'll kind of tell you how I've remedied that. But the good news is that because you're clipping in so low on your head, like I'm clipping in right here, it's still above my ears, but it sits really low, which is where I have more hair compared to up in here. So it's actually a really comfortable place to clip into. Also, just like other silk tops, these kinds of caps are not very breathable. So if that's really important to you, this may not be your favorite. When it comes to summertime, these can be a little warmer than some of the other caps, especially because it is so large, you're getting a lot of coverage. So keep that in mind if you live somewhere super hot or you're really sensitive to heat. The hair on this piece, just like all human hair pieces from Uniwigs, is Remy human hair. That's really important to know because it just means that the cuticle is intact and it's all facing the right direction. So it's going to behave just like your natural hair. The hair quality may not be like tip-top tier, but I feel like it's definitely worth the money and still really, really beautiful. This kind of design doesn't have any return hairs, which gives you kind of a sleeker texture. There's not as much volume at the root, and it works beautifully for like longer lengths or kind of sleek bobs. You're not gonna get a lot of volume at the root with this, but the texture is really kind of gorgeous. Something that might be a bonus for some people is that this hair is Burmese, which means it air dries kind of wavy. And for some people who have a hard time finding wavy pieces, this one has a really nice air dried texture for you. This color is so beautiful. It's a really dimensional kind of medium brown with some highlights throughout. It's called Mousse brown. For this piece in particular, they offer colors ranging from natural black to browns to blondes. This is their 16-inch length. However, when I measure it, it actually sits from middle part to tips at about 18 inches. So they offer lengths from 12 to 16 inches on this one, but you want to make sure you check the length and fit button on the website because it'll show you how they measure it. It came with some pre-cut face framing layers and a little bit of layering throughout, but I took it to my stylist. I had some more layers put in, a little bit more thinning because it is a lot of hair and it feels really heavy in the front. Even with some layering, you still may want to get it kind of debulked. I also had her cut in a little bit more of a curtain bang. The price on this piece is going to vary depending on length and color. But like most Uniwigs pieces, the price is on the lower end compared to other boutiques and online stores. So who would this piece work for? If you're looking for a larger cap, if you're looking for a piece that can add some length to your bio hair, or you just want some really beautiful glam hair, this is a perfect piece for you. On the flip side, if you are worried about feeling like it's too much hair or feeling overwhelmed by the amount of hair, if you're afraid of having a heavier, warmer cap, this might not be the best fit for you. If you want to be able to wear your hair up with this piece, I would suggest keeping it in like a lower style because you don't want to be adding too much weight to the top of your cap. It's going to put more pressure on the clips and probably not be very comfortable. I did a really cute faux braid look a while back with this piece. It was really comfortable. It is a lot of hair, so it's super pretty with braids. Let me share with you a few tips to really make the most out of this Savannah topper. I mentioned that the cap is a little heavier. It does have a comb in the front, which is great because it's comfortable and it does less damage than a clip. However, it's not quite as secure, especially if you have really thin bio hair. Without this next trick I'm gonna show you, it tends to slide back on me, which is not always a good look. This trick works great for any topper that isn't sitting super secure or keeps shifting. Getting some teasing powder. There are lots of brands who sell this, but you just wanna do a little bit on your bio hair where that comb is, or you can use it where the clips are. Just know that a little bit goes a long way. What it's gonna do is give your hair like a ton of grip so that when you slide this comb in, I like to kind of wiggle it in, and once it's in, it's not shifting. It holds it really taut, like right in the spot that you leave it without having to grip the hair. It's like the best trick to keep this more secure. Depending on your hairline and your head shape and all the things, you really want to play with where you're going to sit this in order for the most natural blend between and transition between your bio hair and the topper. If it ends up looking better and feeling better a little ways behind your hairline, kind of like that, another great tip, because that doesn't always look really natural, my favorite tip for that is to get some hair fibers, and you want to just do a little puff right at that hairline. Don't go overboard. You just need a little bit, and those hair fibers are going to attach to your natural hair and even the topper hair to just kind of fluff out that little transition spot right there and make it look a little bit more dense. It really just camouflages that transition from like a thinner hairline to the topper's thicker hairline. If you're looking for some glam hair on a budget, this one might just be your perfect piece. I'm gonna have the link to purchase this topper in the description box below with my code for 15% off. And if you've tried this piece, I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, subscribing, and sharing my videos so that together we can spread the message that women with hair loss have options. See ya.